Witchcraft in America did not originate as a single tradition. It emerged from the collision and blending of multiple cultural, spiritual, and historical streams brought to the continent through colonization, forced migration, and survival under oppression. Unlike European witchcraft, which developed within relatively stable cultural boundaries, American witchcraft was shaped by displacement, adaptation, and transformation. One of the primary roots of American witchcraft lies in European folk magic, carried by settlers from England, Scotland, Ireland, Germany, and other parts of Europe. These practices included charms, herbal knowledge, protective rites, divination, and household magic. However, when transplanted to the New World, these traditions were stripped of their familiar social frameworks and began to change under new conditions. Puritan ideology played a crucial role in shaping early American attitudes toward witchcraft. In the colonial period, magic was not viewed as symbolic or spiritual, but as a direct threat to religious and social order. This mindset culminated in the Salem witch trials, which reflected deep fears of chaos, moral corruption, and divine punishment. Witchcraft accusations in early America were less about magical practice and more about control, conformity, and fear of the unknown. At the same time, African spiritual traditions brought through the transatlantic slave trade formed another powerful root. Enslaved peoples preserved and adapted their ancestral practices under extreme repression. African-derived systems emphasized spirit work, ancestral veneration, root magic, and practical results. These traditions later evolved into distinct forms such as hoodoo, conjure, and root work, which focused on protection, justice, healing, and survival rather than abstract belief. Indigenous spiritual systems also influenced the development of American witchcraft, though often indirectly and through appropriation. Native traditions were deeply tied to land, spirits of place, and ecological balance. While colonial forces attempted to suppress these systems, fragments of indigenous cosmology and plant knowledge filtered into folk magic practices over time, often without acknowledgement of their origins. As centuries passed, American witchcraft moved away from persecution and secrecy toward reinvention. During the 19th and 20th centuries, interest in spiritualism, occultism, and alternative religions grew. European esoteric movements, ceremonial magic, and later modern pagan traditions found fertile ground in the American cultural landscape, which emphasized individual freedom and spiritual exploration. In the 20th century, witchcraft underwent a significant transformation. It shifted from a feared accusation into a chosen identity. Modern forms of witchcraft in America often emphasize personal empowerment, intuition, ritual symbolism, and self-directed practice. Unlike historical witchcraft, rooted in survival and necessity, contemporary expressions are frequently shaped by psychology, personal mythology, and reconstructed tradition. Today, American witchcraft is highly diverse and decentralized. It exists as a spectrum rather than a system, ranging from folk magic and ancestral practices to eclectic, symbolic, and spiritual paths. What unites these forms is not a shared doctrine, but a shared focus on agency, adaptation, and the reclaiming of forbidden knowledge. The story of witchcraft in America is ultimately a story of transformation. It reflects how spiritual practices survive by changing shape, absorbing new influences, and responding to cultural pressure. From fear to identity, from accusation to autonomy, American witchcraft continues to evolve as a mirror of the society that reshaped it.